favorite bands, and being sad that there were going to be no more Sonic Youth albums, and currently a finite amount of Sonic Youth songs, something like 215 songs, I decided to commemorate them by rewriting each song in sonnet form to kind of classicize them and send them off to the ages in fitting form. So I've been putting out these Sonnet Youth books. So if anybody has a Sonic Youth song that they'd like to hear in sonnet form. Dirty Boots, I heard that one. Okay. So everybody knows that a sonnet is 14 lines in iambic pentameter, strict rhythm of to be or not to be, that is the question, that kind of thing, da-da-da-da-da. A-B rhyme scheme, except the final line is a rhyming couplet. You guys are British, you all know that?
Yeah.
So here's Dirty Boots in sonnet form. Let's set out now for some familiar candle, where all the girls have jelly rolls to play, and midnight eyes take in all they can handle. Let's take a ride together there today, where pink can be a hue one finger mixes, and crazy daydreams hold a secret clue piece, where sex is found entwined in Satan's sixes, and coffee's served from trucks by witchy groupies. One satellite is just enough for wishing, so don your boots, the rockin' road's awaitin'. I'll tell the story of the jelly mission, and how some hottie's tongue was grabbed by Satan. I'll slog right through whatever mud they put there, until my dirty mind matches my footwear. Okay, plenty of sonnets available at the table back there for £1. Hundreds more Sonic Youth sonnets to come. Here's another poetry project. This one is archaeological in nature, since this concerns a scrap of paper recently unearthed from behind a garbage dumpster on Eldridge Street in the Lower East Side of New York, where we hail from. This amazing find seems to prove that famous American poet of the 1800s, Edgar Allan Poe, may in fact have been a plagiarist, and seems to have based his most famous work on these original words from an unknown Jewish poet from the Lower East Side. So this is astounding, world-shattering news that I'm about to lay on you, the original version here. Appropriate for the flapper, in fact. Once upon a sofa stretching, while I sat there idly kvetching over many a lame and schmaltzy show of television dreck, while I made a wise decision and said, enough with the television, from my fire escape there flew a pigeon looking for a peck. 'Tis some flying schnorrer, surely, looking for some crumb to peck. Only this, so what the heck? Inside my Lower East Side dwelling, while up the street some yutz was yelling, for how long there was no telling, while this pigeon pranced about, till perched upon my icebox stewing, sat this bird, not even cooing. This pigeon, what does he think he's doing? He's just a pain right in my neck. One claw curled like a Ratner's rugula, with beak for cocked and feathers for schluggana. Oi, I said, this bird's mashugana, flying right inside like this. You see my walk-up's nothing fancy. What makes you do this thing so chancy? Shoo, fly back out to Delancey, unless you care now to discuss this. What reason do you have for coming, if you care now to discuss this? Quote the pigeon, Bupkis. The pigeon's thinking, he won't touch me. But pigeon, said I, just you watch me. And I reached out for some tchotchke I might hurl to bring me justice. Something to throw, to bring him to justice. Quote the pigeon, Bupkis. Schmuck, cried I, thing of Surus, flying rat, local or tourist. That icebox must hold something for us, to satisfy you and send you off to flap. What about a piece of latke, or a bissel of Moish's popka, a matzo ball, a drop of vodka? See there in the icebox, what's this crap? And back of the icebox, come on, what's this? Quote the pigeon, Bupkis. So, turning off the Jimmy Kimmel, I spun a dreidel and scored a gimel, and said, let's go to Yonah Schimmel. Surely there, at Yonah Schimmel, you can find something to peck. You must just want some old Knish or some other crumb of moldy trek. Only this, so what the heck? But the pigeon, I ain't kidding, still is sitting, sometimes on the counter shitting, staring beak first at the fridge. And his eyes have all the chutzpah of a macher as he struts around and treats me like a putz. Oh, this mashuga half-toy pidge. Oh, what a couple lousy klutzes as he fusses and he futzes me and this cockamamie pidge. How would you sum this up, you cockamamie piskmalacha pidge? Quoth the pigeon, bupkis. As the only existing scrap so far, perhaps more will be unearthed.